Yeah, I've not seen the list of trophies properly, but is it literally just level stuff up?
They've announced a trophy list, yeah. Most of it's quite straightforward. I'll get the list up. Reverse the decision you made in the upgrade tree, so that's something. There's one that interested me, rebuild a jump ship. Now, you guys played the alpha, what did they call the spaceships?
They're just called jump ships. There was no option to rebuild. However, I assume if you what you call it, you acquire plans or decode what they call like blueprints or anyway that you can ask this one of the guys in the tower to decode it for you. And
Okay, so it might mean that. Okay.
So like I'm assuming you'll get a blueprint and then you'll get.
And then you build it. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So the next one, there's Glimmer and there's Grimoire. What was Grimoire in the alpha?
We didn't really know, because when I was looking on the forums, no one really had a clue. But when I went on the Bungie app, when I did the alpha app for like an hour, you could look at cards and it would spend the Grimmer, is that what it's called? And it'd spend it, and then you could look, it'd buy like an enemy card for you, and then you could look at it. But I think there was one to do with your class as well.
Or did you have to look at it on the app?
Well, I never saw anything like that in the game, in the alpha.
Because I know when I've seen a bit of gameplay, people have had pop up like you earn a card or something.
Yeah, because that's what would pop up. But I don't know if it was because of the restricted alpha usage. It wasn't the full game, was it? It wasn't the full menus.
No, it did say something like go and see it on Bungie.net or something. But basically, the trophy is to attain a Grimoire score of 777. So sticking with the Bungie number. But so how that works, I'm not sure.
Well, I'm guessing how that would work. You would just keep saving until it reached 777.
Yeah, that would make sense. Let's have a look what else is on here. Dismantle 50 pieces of armor or weapons. So I'm assuming from that they are throwing armor and weapons at you quite regularly.
Yeah, there's one thing I didn't understand in the beta, in the alpha, which hopefully will be explained in the beta, and that was you could collect, and you can collect this stuff. It was come off like a little metal bush, and you could
spin metal.
Yeah, and you could use that, and then when you took apart weapons, you ended up with materials. But there was nothing to say you could use them to upgrade, so I'm guessing that's something we'll be able to explore in the beta, but was never talked about in the alpha.
You do use the parts to upgrade, but I'm pretty sure they're for higher level stuff.
Yeah, I was guessing that, because you can, if you like a particular weapon, you can upgrade it, you see, to make it powerful.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was something to do with it.
So yeah, and like the spin metal, which I think you're talking about, I'm pretty sure someone said about in one of their videos that there's a vendor in the tower who buys it off you or wants it for some reason. He exchanges them. So we'll have that'll be probably a bit more obvious in the beta. The next one, obtain and equip a piece of exotic gear. So
that was quite easy. We were getting exotic gear from just doing raids and stuff.
So yeah, I think it's just going to be a case of once you hit the cap, you can put it on.
I think something that would take you a while is if there's one for legendary weapons.
Yeah.
Legendary armor.
Speaking of the cap, they've announced it capped level 20. What do you think of that?
I don't think that's enough, because unless they're changing how fast you upgrade, it was different from the alpha to the actual full game. They'd have to increase it, because to get to level 8 within 2 days, and we were not trying, we did one raid and like a few little side missions, you're gonna literally take a week to do level 20. You know what I mean? And shut up, Alex.
The reason that they gave in an interview was that they want it so that there's no point that your friends are miles ahead of you in the game.
Yeah.
And they want it to be that you can get to the cap quickly. But all of the other things, like getting good armor, leveling that up, getting good weapons,
but then
that's what happens after.
I just didn't get the point then of that leveling up the character to level 20, because you'll have all the upgrade stuff. So it'll just be, you'll be hunting for armor and weapons, which is fine.
No, because I think the specialty classes aren't connected to your character level, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I think we'll still have upgrade trees, just your character will hit max pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But mostly, I think that's going to be involved and they want to keep the multiplayer balance.
Yeah.
Because if we were going Halo style, Halo had what, 130 levels? Was it something like that?
Yeah, I did play it, but that was, yeah, I think you're
And that
correct.
makes me think that if you've got some 130 and some guy picks it up gets it bought for him as a Christmas present,
Yeah.
and there's already people, he's just going to get owned in multiplayer, isn't he?
The levels for Halo were ridiculous. I know I never played it a lot, but I did play enough. I did play like about a week's worth.
At least Halo Reach was Brigadier, and then everyone complained that wasn't high enough. So they added like, I don't know exactly how many levels, but they added a hell of a lot. And it was
I'm pretty sure it was 130.
Mm.
Or something like that. It was very high.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going for a different tactic. But things like that, I think they could always increase it over time. They say it's an evolving world, so
Yeah.
maybe they're holding us back and they're going to push us forwards and
I
stuff.
think, yeah, and another thing I'm interested to find out is they keep saying we're giving you 4 planets at launch. So we are definitely having 4 planets. So does that mean during the course of like 2 years we'll end up with the other planets, or are they already made and will they be released as DLC? Because I'd like to know if they're going to be released as DLC for free or part of the game.
DLC-wise, I think a planet would be the way to go.
Yeah. As long as it's not
That would be
extortionate
awesome.
amount. I could do a
No.
tenner. If it's like 25 quid, I'd be like, you're joking.
Yeah. Well, based on the logic you're paying 40, 50 pounds for the game, then a tenner, 12, something like that would seem reasonable for a planet.
Yeah. Unless they did a pass, a bit like EA when it comes to Battlefield, where you would go buy the pass for £30 and have every planet, which I would understand that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I did hear someone was talking about the moons of Jupiter or Saturn or something being in the game.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure. It might be more than we thought.
Unless they mean actual planets, and then there's sort of like mini planets, a bit like Mass Effect, where you would have main planets, but you'd have moons where you had separate missions.
Yeah, just like odd little bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could always do that. They could always add in. No, there's a lot they could go, couldn't they?
So we're getting 4 planets and
Wise, you've got 9, I think, in our solar system.
Mm.
So they've got a lot of potential. But the idea is humanity's trying to claim back the solar system would make sense that we start with the closer planets and then we sort of venture out.
Well, I think what they're going to have to be careful of, because they are definitely making 4 games for the franchise. So unless they're going to do another Galaxy where we venture out, I don't foresee us doing every planet, or that would negate doing 4 games.
Yeah, that's the thing. They need to make sure that there's a story, and if the story is we're trying to claim back the planets, maybe by the end of Destiny we've got, say, Earth back under our control.
Yeah, and then you go
off. It would
off.
make sense to venture out in the next game for different planets, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would make sense. That'd make perfect sense. I think the one thing that people would be slightly disappointed of, but I don't think Bungie would do, was say we get to explore old Russia, and that's the area of Earth we're looking at the moment in the game. If that's the only part of Earth we can explore, and then they go, oh, now we're moving on to the States, I'd be like, okay, but that could have been an add-on. I think that's what they're going to have to watch out for, making a new, fresh experience without making people think, oh, this could have been an add-on to the original one. That's what I think.
Yeah, it can't. The planets need to continue to feel diverse.
Yeah.
The second they all start to feel the same, they've lost it. Like, all of Earth can't be like old Russia. There has to be different places.
Yeah. Like wrecked America, there'd be skyscrapers and stuff.
Yeah, but Bungie's generally pretty good with their map design and games.
Yeah.
So.
Is there any other trophies you want to discuss?
Let me get the list back up. Another one, suited for war, have all armor and weapon slots equipped with legendary or exotic gear.
I don't think that's going to be too difficult.
No.
Because
the ones...
Go on, you carry on.
The ones that seem a bit more difficult, well, it depends on how simple it is. For each of the species, I suppose they call them. Yeah, species.
Hmm.
You have to kill 25 of them with precision shots in one
Yeah.
mission without dying.
Yeah, I saw that. That's one of the trophies I did see. I think that's quite easy to do. That just takes a bit of time because at the beginning you'll probably do it.
I'm assuming
Or
they just
probably
mean
won't do it.
headshots by precision.
Well, yeah. I saw a picture that said headshots by precision. It said headshots, then like in brackets precision headshots. Which I
Yeah.
think the best way to do that would be with a sniper. That would be the best way to do it because most of the time I've hit people with a sniper with headshots. I've not hit them in the shoulder unless they're running fast. So I think they'll be pretty
Yeah.
easy. I think a
Yeah,
couple
so
of
that could be.
I think.
Um,
Oh, never mind. I was just gonna say I think a couple of them might have to wait when you get onto the moon and stuff, like the Hive doing 25 headshots. I don't know if there'll be
Yeah.
more Hive on the Earth, but
they're all in different places, aren't they?
yeah.
Because the things they've announced is the Cabal, which
Mm.
I'm pretty sure they're Mars. They're the big sort of tanky looking things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Fallen. Where were they?
Oh, I'm trying to think. The Fallen were on Earth.
Okay.
They were actually based on Earth because they sort of. I don't know. We don't know the story, do they? They've been very vague. But I think the idea was
No.
they were one of the main factions that attacked Earth because that's why you've still got like knights and wizards and stuff still roaming around.
Yeah.
I know they're
the
part of the Hive,
are
but
on the moon,
Yeah, I
aren't
know.
they, mainly?
yeah.
And the final one is the Vex, which I think they're the robots which
Yeah.
are on Venus.
Because no one knows what the darkness is. They keep going, the darkness is coming, but no one knows
Yeah.
exactly what that is. Because I was in the beta.
connected to the Hive, isn't it?
Yeah, because I kept wondering how did the Hive? Oh dear, how did the Hive get to the Earth? Because they don't know how to fly. They are intelligent, but they don't know how to fly.
No.
So I'm wondering if there's like a second traveller, like Yin and Yang.
Unless the Hive is similar to the Flood, and it's like an infection. So maybe they were.
Well,
human.
I don't think they would nick a Halo story that they've made.
I know, but an infection's not particularly.
Well, the
stolen,
Hive isn't an
anyway.
infection, is it?
No, I don't know what they are. We don't even know what the... Because when you pick your class, you have human exos, some sort of robot that came to the planet. But then you've got the Awoken, and we don't really know who they are.
Well, it reminds me of Fallen Skies a bit. Sort of,
Okay.
you don't know where any of them have come from. You just know they were from a war, and it's ended up on Earth because they wanted to take over our planet, but the other faction was trying to kill them. You see what I mean? But they want to help you anyway in Fallen Skies. But that's the impression I've got, where you're going to find something out like that.
Okay.
Alright guys, thank you for watching. Remember to comment, like and subscribe, we'd really like it. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.